So this is just a bit of an unusual video, really. I've had a lot of people very kindly asking me what's happening to the 00. So I thought I'd show you what's happening to the 00. So this, as you know, is the beginning of my 00 layout, which has been here a long while and I've had a lot of fun with. And I'm trying to get the whole of that corner there done. Now what's happened is that I'm going to try and pan slowly. So this here, that's the old summer house. And Doug's home for the summer now. And he's very into electronics and all sorts of things. So we converted that. I emptied that out so that he's got all these electronics tools in there. However, what that's meant is that all the overflow timber and everything has had to come back in here. Now, we've also been doing a load of decorating, and this is a shed at the end of the day. It's not a model railway shed. So actually all behind there is paint and DIY materials, as is a lot of what's in here. So at the moment, I can't even get into that part of the shed. Let's do it that way. Now, that's partly my fault because that's all cheap hollow boards that I've got from tip shops and things, potentially to make layouts out of. And they used to live in the other cabin. So in here, we've still got the fiddle yard tucked in there. We've got the European layout there. On the bench there is the N-gauge layout that we've just exhibited. And there's nowhere else to put that at the moment. Underneath is what was going to be the O-gauge, double O-gauge rather, layout that never got built. And that's taking up quite a bit of room. But I'm reluctant to get rid of it because it is eventually a really good project. It's a 4-foot by 2-foot oval with sidings and a town part and all that. And underneath we've got my HO storage. It's still the intention to put a harbour scene in here. But as you can see, where I've really got to is I've got too many projects. I'm toying with selling the N-gauge layout. But it would have to go for a sensible sum of money. It's got lots of Cato track. Those of you that have seen it earlier, if anybody wants to make me a sensible offer for that, and it will be in the hundreds because of the amount of track and so on in there, let me know. I might be tempted to sell it. Equally, I might keep it because it's a really good N-gauge layout. I might have to sacrifice the 00 layout to give me more room. And in any case, I've got to find somewhere to put this board. I did get really fired up to get on with this because up in the hill there, I don't know if I can get to it, this bit, I wasn't sure, but we went on holiday, went to Weybourne on the North Norfolk Railway, and it's just a wonderful little country station. And I'd really like to recreate that up there, a couple of platforms and everything, which I can do. But obviously it needs clearing, and it's been used as a storage area. The army depot was nearly done. That's coming along quite nicely, as was the windmill area. The point at the back is causing me some trouble, so that needs taking out. So I just thought it might interest people to say this is where my model railway shed is at the moment. On the plus side, Doug's taken the solar power out of there, potentially to go into the cabin at some point, which does mean I can extend that layout. So where we've got that loop there, which was just a loop, I can now make that scenic, which is going to give me room, in fact, to get a hangar in there, which you can see tucked in there, and an airfield on the top. So I've got the capacity to make it scenic almost from there all the way round to here, so that one side and almost one end of the shed will be scenic. So it will be rather good. I've just got to clear this lot first, and I'm not quite sure where it's all going to go. So there we go. I thought I'd give you an update on where we are on the shed layout. I thought that can make a change from trains running and all the other things. Don't know how many views we'll get on this. I know I'm very lucky to have the shed. I know a lot of people have got a lot smaller room. We've had some interesting comments in the hot weather. Ours is insulated. Double insulated on the roof. Insulated on the walls. It's in a shady spot, so it doesn't get overly hot in the summer. I simply open the door behind me and it gets quite cool. And it doesn't get cold in the winter, so it's not like the loft. So I know I'm lucky to have it, but I am going to have to think strong about what projects I'm going to do. Perhaps get rid of some of this timber. Maybe get rid of a couple of layouts and concentrate. Anyway, hope you're enjoying your railways. And at some point, we will have an update from in here. Thanks as always for watching.